Welcome to the Non Negotiable Living podcast, where we're building lives by design by creating non negotiable habits around fitness, family, faith, and financial freedom.
Welcome back to Non Negotiable Living. I'm Ashley, and today we're diving into a supplement that's been taking waves, not just in the fitness community, but also in broader health discussions. So we're talking about creatine. And while it's traditionally been associated with bodybuilders and athletes, creatine offers a plethora of benefits that extend far beyond just muscle growth. So in this episode, we're going to explore its advantages and delve into the research, discuss its significance in women's health, and touch upon its potential role in preventing neurodegenerative disorders. So let's get started. So what is creatine? Creatine is a naturally occurring compound. It's found predominantly in our muscles and to a lesser extent in the brain. And it synthesizes in the liver, kidneys, and pancreas. And it plays a crucial role in producing adenosine triphosphates, or ATP. So that's the energy currency of our cells. And this energy is vital for short bursts of high intensity activities, such as sprinting or heavy lifting. We can also get creatine from some dietary sources. So while our body produces creatine, we can obtain it from things like red meat, fish, and poultry. However, the amounts from food are relatively modest, which is why supplementation has become popular, especially among those looking to enhance their physical performance and their physique. So let's dive into the benefits of creatine supplementation. For one, muscle growth and strength is key. So one of the most well-documented benefits of creatine is its ability to enhance muscle mass and strength. So research indicates that individuals who combine creatine supplementation with resistance training can experience significant gains in muscle size and strength compared to those who train without it. This is because creatine increases the availability of that ATP, or that energy we were talking about. It allows you to improve your performance during high-intensity workouts. So that means when you go to the gym and you're lifting heavy, you can lift heavier with ease. Your body's going to feel better doing sprints and cardio because of that additional ATP. So it can enhance your exercise performance. And beyond muscle growth, creatine has been shown to improve your overall athletic performance because it aids in better energy distribution, it can reduce your fatigue, and it enhances your recovery, which enables individuals to train harder and more frequently. So if you're training to failure and you're trying to achieve progressive overload, creatine can help support those efforts because it's going to allow you to push harder, lift heavier, recover more quickly. So all around, it's going to be beneficial to your lifting efforts. Additionally, when we talk about benefits, there are also cognitive benefits. Creatine isn't just beneficial for our physical performance, but it also supports our brain health. And studies have suggested that creatine supplementation can improve our short-term memory and also our intelligence and reasoning in healthy individuals. And this is particularly relevant during periods of sleep deprivation or mental fatigue, where creatine may help maintain cognitive function because of that ATP. There's also emerging research that's exploring creatine's role in neurodegenerative disease. And while findings are still preliminary, some studies suggest that creatine supplementation might offer neuroprotective benefits, potentially aiding in conditions like Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's. So I want to dive into creatine and how it fits into women's health. And I think that there's a lot of misconceptions about creatine. A big common misconception about creatine is that it's only meant for men who are looking to bulk up excessively and look like Arnold. And this is just like everything else when it comes to strength training. Most people think it's just for men. It's just for men. If you lift weights, you're going to get bulky. That is not the truth. I have other podcasts about the fact that lifting weights does not make you bulky. However, when it comes to creatine, women can benefit significantly from creatine supplementation without fearing unwanted muscle mass gain. When it comes to women's health, all women should be lifting weights and aiming to increase their muscle mass because that's what gives us longevity, sustainability. It's what improves our metabolism, makes it so that we don't gain fat back after we lose it. It creates functional independence as we age. It gives us better balance. It reduces our risk of osteoporosis. So every woman should be after muscle gain. But when we talk about unwanted muscle gain, we're talking about like those, graphics of bodybuilders where their arms are sticking out to the side and they're walking, chest out, barreled, and, women looking manly. And that's not the case. That's not what it's going to do. For most women, putting on more muscle mass is actually going to let them look leaner because they're going to have body recomposition and lose body fat and get more toned and defined, which I think is the goal of most women. Most women want to look fit and healthy, and that's what creatine can help you do. So research indicates that creatine supplementation among premenopausal women can improve strength and exercise performance. For postmenopausal women, higher doses of creatine have been associated with increases in skeletal muscle, size, and function, especially when combined with resistance training. So creatine may have favorable effects not only in bone health, which is crucial for women who are at risk for osteoporosis, which all women are. It is one of the biggest risks for women. But when you pair creatine, which increases muscle mass and your ability to lift and perform at a high intensity with your exercise, paired with resistance and strength training, so lifting heavy weights, that's going to help increase your bone density and reduce your risk of osteoporosis. And beyond the physical benefits, creatine has been linked to improved mood and cognitive function in women. So by restoring brain energy levels, it can help alleviate symptoms of depression and enhance overall mental clarity. So a lot of people will ask me, is it safe? And for historical context, creatine has been the subject of scientific research for decades. Initial studies in the early 20th century focused on for its role in muscle physiology. And it wasn't until the 1990s that creatine supplementation really gained mainstream attention in the athletic community. But today, creatine is one of the most extensively studied supplements. Numerous randomized controlled trials have evaluated its efficacy and safety, and have solidified its reputation as a beneficial supplement for various health aspects. So let's dive into the pros and cons of creatine supplementation. So on the pros side, we have enhanced muscle mass and strength, improved exercise performance and recovery, potential cognitive benefits including improved memory and reduced mental fatigue, and possible neuroprotective effects for people at risk for Parkinson's and dementia and Alzheimer's. Now, on the cons side, there are a few things to consider. Some individuals do experience gastrointestinal discomfort, such as nausea or bloating from creatine. It doesn't happen often. In the years that I've been training, I've maybe met about 4 people who have not responded well to creatine because of stomach issues. But these symptoms are generally mild and can be mitigated by just adjusting the dosage or timing of the supplementation. Also, one thing that scares a lot of people about creatine is the loading phase and the initial weight gain that can happen due to increased water retention in muscles, which is typically temporary. Some people will talk about doing a loading phase of creatine where you take extra the first 5 days and then you go to the normal daily dose. Now, something to consider is you don't need to load creatine, you can just start taking it consistently. But one thing is a con of creatine that some people see is you do have to be consistent. So if you're not consistent with your supplementation and it's not something that you could work into your daily life, then it doesn't make sense to take it because you're not going to get the benefits. You want to start taking it and continue taking it. But some people do see an increase in water weight initially because it is soaking water into your muscles. So it's not bad weight gain, but it can increase a little bit. And please just remember, for safety considerations, creatine is generally considered safe for most people when taken at recommended dosages. However, it's always advisable to consult with your healthcare professional before starting any new supplement, especially for individuals with pre-existing health conditions. So this podcast is not medical advice. Make sure that you talk to your doctors before you start taking anything. But when it comes to creatine, it doesn't matter what time you take it, if you take it before a meal, after a meal, before a workout, after a workout. The biggest thing is consistency and taking it daily. So for me, Monday through Friday, I take my creatine with my protein shake. So I work out Monday through Friday. So when I make my protein shake with my, protein powder, my banana, my chia seeds, my milk, I throw my creatine in there. Because you're supposed to take it daily, on the weekends, I tend to drink it in a creatine kind of like water mix hydration drink. And it's from Legion, the one that I love. And then I also have creatine gummies. So if I decide I don't want to drink that drink on the weekends, I could take the gummies. And the gummies are also a great option when traveling because I don't want to necessarily be traveling with a bag of creatine and having to mix it into drinks because when I travel, I don't always drink protein shakes. So the biggest thing is to get it in a variety of options that fit your lifestyle and when you're going to be able to make it a consistent thing for yourself. I'll drop the link to the Legion creatine that I take and the supplementation options that I have for you at the bottom of the podcast so you can access those and get the discounts with the links that I give. So please just remember, if you're considering taking creatine, it's all a preference thing. Creatine is a versatile supplement with a range of benefits that extend far beyond the gym. Between enhancing physical performance to supporting cognitive health, it offers advantages that can contribute to your overall well-being. So if you're considering it, take the time to do more research if you want to, consult your healthcare provider, determine if it's right for you, and just remember that supplements are just one piece of the puzzle. Maintaining a balanced diet and regular exercise routine is the foundation. So start there. If you're not following a consistent exercise routine, I wouldn't jump into creatine right off the bat. I would focus on getting consistent with your workouts first and then adding in those additional things. So thank you for joining me on this exploration of creatine and its multifaceted benefits. If you found this insightful and helpful, please share it with others who might benefit. Until next time, stay healthy, stay empowered. If you have any questions about creatine, go ahead and reach out to me directly on Instagram. And at the bottom of this podcast, I will give some references to the different studies and just historical information we have on creatine. But stay consistent, stay healthy, focus on the long term and longevity. Make your goals non-negotiable. You got this.